It's a tablet with 7.9-inch screen and boasts a top-of-the-line hardware specification at an affordable price. Let's dig deep into it. The design is simple, neat and straightforward. Sleek body with a high-resolution screen with a front camera at the top and navigation buttons at the bottom. Just 8.5 mm thick with rounded sides. The volume and the lock button are on one side, correctly placed for both portrait and landscape orientations. On the other side is the memory card slot. The headphone jack is at the top and the micro USB port at the bottom. The back is plain white shiny plastic, which fails to give a premium look, and neither does it look good in the hands and feel slippery at times. Plus, it is a fingerprint magnet. To sum up, it looks like an iPad mini with a plastic back running on Android. It has iPad-like rounded sides and even has the same screen size and also the 3:4 aspect ratio. The screen is 7.9-inch high resolution with 1536 x 2048 pixels with excellent color accuracy and brightness. It is perfect for reading books, playing games or watching movies. The aspect ratio is a problem. Movies generally come in 9:16 ratio, but this screen is 3:4. This causes letterboxing of movies and a thick black unused band on the top and bottom of the screen. Although you have the option to change the ratio to 3:4 in settings, that stretches the picture to the full screen and you get stretched tall images. It runs on a quad-core 2.2 GHz NVIDIA Tegra K1 processor and has 2 GB of RAM, which scored high on benchmark tests. This worked fine in my own live testing too. Browsing net or reading books felt smooth and clear and nice. The high-resolution screen made YouTube and movies a good experience. Even the heavy games ran smooth without hitches. I played Mortal Kombat 5 and had a great experience. The dual speakers in the back are not the loudest, but produced clear sound. But I recommend using headphones to increase the effect for games. Thankfully, it has a large 3600 mAh battery which lasted for a full day on regular usage. For storage, it has 16 GB internal storage and has ability to expand memory up to 128 GB through the micro SD card. Even though everything ran well on this, but sometimes it took a few seconds while coming out of apps, which was irritating. I think it's a software bug of sorts. It runs on Xiaomi's own software interface, the MIUI 6, based on Android 4.4.4 KitKat. The software is neat, simple and beautiful. So when you hit the wake up button, you get to the lock screen. All notifications can be found here. Swipe from right to go to the camera. Swipe up to unlock the device and you get to the widget screen. Here you find some basic things like calendar, clock, notes, etc. You can change or rearrange them to your liking by just holding the menu button. Swipe to right and there are all the apps. A few own apps like the weather, mail, etc. Plus most of Google's apps are already pre-installed. The Explorer app is where you find all the data on the device. Pull down from home screen to get the notification menu and swipe left and you get to the quick setting menu. There are 3 navigation buttons, home, back and menu, just like all Android devices. The menu button works as the recently opened app keys. Once you reach here, you get to the cleaner button at the bottom, which closes all the running apps at one time. But if you want to clean all except a particular app or apps, just drag them down and leave. And these will get locked. Now when you hit the clean button, all other apps will be cleaned. There is an interesting setting option, disable. This disables the navigation buttons, which is useful while playing games or watching movies. Overall, it mostly works like any other Android device with a few Xiaomi tweaks. These days you want to take a photo all the time, but taking photos with a tablet is never a good idea. They are too big to handle and it's a task to get a steady pic. Mi Pad's 8 megapixel camera does a decent job. It's not the best, but manages to take photos with average details and clarity. But one thing you want to do with tablets is Skype and video calls. And for that, it has a 5 megapixel front camera. It gives you decent enough video quality and all those selfies that we love to take. Well, when it comes to the final word, I'll start with the cons. Its slippery plastic back. There's an easy solution for that. Just throw in a nice cover. It does get hot when gaming excessively, but I think that happens with almost all phones and tablets. The biggest weakness is the lack of mobile network access. No SIM card means no voice calls, and importantly, no mobile internet. Although you can make a hotspot with your mobile and share internet, but if you spend long hours outside, it may be a serious disadvantage. Now let's look at the pros. Decent design, excellent hardware performance, beautiful high resolution screen, and the biggest advantage is the 12,999 price point. Almost all disadvantages come to rest here.